Well, boys and girls, here's a collection of training clips that I promised for a few people for Blake and Sean Muir of the Baylor Bears football team. I thought I'd put them more conveniently all in one place for everyone. Here's Blake with a 400-pound clean that we planned out and thought we'd be able to hit, and we did. 400-pound clean is one of those rare things, I guess, for a football player. You hear about it occasionally, but you don't see it a lot. It's probably because it doesn't happen very often. It's not a necessary mark to hit, of course, but it's a nice representation, if you like, of the hard work that someone has put in, and in this case, Blake certainly has. While you're watching this, incidentally, you might be thinking, these guys are pretty cool, calm and collected. Well, there's never really a question of motivation with these guys. If you know Blake and Sean, you'll know how conscientious they are. That was Blake with a front squat PR of 205 kilos. We've just always, I guess, cut to the chase with our training down here in Australia. It's just the way they are. It's the way that I've always been and the way I've always coached. There's no hooping and hollering and high-fiving going on. We've never really, I guess, needed that kind of thing to hit some solid marks, and I think we've done pretty well. We always just try to get onto the important stuff, and whether it be barbell lifting, body weight sort of things, whatever. He's Blake hitting some handstand push-ups a moment ago. Now he's hitting some weighted pull-ups. That was 103-pound pull-up at 320 pounds body weight. Not easy to some of those body weight skills when you're 300 pounds. Here's Sean. He hit some PRs as well. He's always going to get compared to his brother, of course. But he hit a 170 kilo front squat and then a 343-pound clean. We tried to hit a 350-pound clean. We just missed it, though. I think if we had another week, we would be able to get it. We only get 6 or 7 weeks to train while we're here in Australia, so we try to do the best we can. It's a nice refresh for Blake and Sean, mentally and physically. It's a long time to be away from family and friends and, at home. They do miss a lot when they're in Texas, but I'm sure you'll agree they're doing some pretty important things over in Texas. That was Sean hitting a barbell complex at 300 pounds, and then he's a back squat PR double. We tried actually using some knee sleeves for the first time on this day, and I think that threw Sean off a little bit. Ultimately, we're always trying to be pretty efficient and competent with our lifting and body weight skills, as well as our running. It's probably the reason that we like to be sober and well thought out with our training. There's a lot of fine detail of skill to be had in the weight room. So, when it's not always easy, I think, when you have a big team environment going on. It's busy and loud and whatnot, so it's a bit of a luxury to be able to just take a deep breath and watch yourself on film and work on some weaknesses, and I think these guys kind of respond to that pretty well when they come home. But this year we threw a few new things in. We hit some planche progressions. The body weight stuff is something we've always done. Hitting some of these skills. Here we are working on the parallettes here. Some of these skills when you're 300 pounds, then you'll forgive my switching from metric to imperial all the time. This just kind of comes with the territory of working with athletes who are spending a lot of the time in North America. These are skills that we've always tried to incorporate. We're not doing different things just because we're linemen. We're not just trying to be just big and strong. We're trying to be mobile and agile and be well conditioned. So. Most of the running and blocking skill work is done on the outside. I didn't really film that, but these are just some agility shuttles and parallel pushing that we did with time recoveries. There's other things we didn't film, like benching and accessory work and whatnot. But look, a pretty successful training block. They finish off weighing in at 296 pounds for Sean, and he hit a bunch of PRs. 322 pounds for Blake, which is a great starting point for them. They'll go back now. They're leaving tomorrow for Waco. They'll have a month of training, and then fall camp starts. It's only 2 months really until the SMU games. So a good 6-7 weeks of training, and sick 'em bears.